Alright, what's up everybody? How you guys doing? We've got the 2v2 tournament, and I'm doing something that I haven't done before. Something that, you know, I think I should have done before in the first place. So we up in the content quality a little bit. Just want to show you guys, first of all, the rule set for this tournament going forward, so that, you know what you're watching. Basically, I set up a lot of different rule sets, and this being a 2v2, generally the only thing I do is I ban out Kali and Afro. I feel like these guys are a little too strong, and I'd rather just not see them have to be constantly banned out every game. So other than that, there's 4 bans each, you know, 2v2 joust, standard rules. The payouts are really nice from high-res, 1200, 800, and 400 per player, which is pretty sick. You know, they do a really great job with providing gems to community events if you're, you know, if you're on the level of NShadow maybe. But so yeah, real quick look at the bracket. We got Superior and Hawken on first seed, going up against Killy Trot and MGTVN. Then we got Commander Clyde and Content Cop going up against Junior and Failure. We got The Spiff, Sinister, and Gambit going up against Nick Walker and Gay Kronos. And Rice Gum and Is God, Jabber plus Outlaw. A lot of big names here. Hatmaster and Defiant Pride. Tactical Feeding is Bomber and Washed Out. Pretzels and Kliz. Kliz, this is the one that we're looking at right now, against Orangelo. Or Orangelo. I'm going to go with Orangelo. I like that. But yeah, a big name and a lot of entrants this time around. 16 teams, which is obviously translates to 32 entrants overall. As long as I'm pretty sure there's 16 teams. I mean, I'm almost positive, right? And yeah, Quake and Daddy Slothington. A lot of big names and a lot of talent here. Excited to see what will happen. This is our first round. And as you saw in that, there were no buys this time, which is always a cool thing. Pretzels and Kliz getting off to a little bit of a late start. And oh wow, Pretzels actually did keep the Kuzenbo while Kliz actually opted for the Hunter. Like I said, unexpected. Kliz is a solo laner, so I'd imagine he played a little bit less Hunter. I know that Pretzels plays a good amount of Duel. He's actually masters in Duel, and he plays mostly Hunters in it. So yeah, surprised to see this be the case. But you know, both of these guys play a lot of Smite. Said Kliz is a pro-Brazilian solo laner. Ooh, swing and a miss there for Kliz. Pretzels with a really nice grab there, but onto Bellona. I mean, this is a beefy team. Artio plus Bellona. Now, a lot of people didn't recognize that Bellona, or that Artio was allowed, and shame on them, because for every tournament I always say, if the God's allowed in ranked, it's allowed in my tournament, unless, you know, specified otherwise. Pretzels got to be really careful with these aggressive dashes onto the Bellona, because he's got to recognize both of these characters are so tanky at this point. You can't exactly expect to just get a pick off of her without the Artio interrupting, doing massive amounts of damage to you all the way. Also, the fact that they have a you know, a very reliable cripple against the Kuzenbo is another big problem for him. I think this Artio pickup will prove very strong for them. And Kliz and Pretzels probably would have banned it out. I don't know, maybe would have banned it out if they knew it was available. I did state it a couple times before the matches started, so hopefully they heard me and, you know, responded appropriately. But given that these two are very beefy, they're also gonna, you know, lack in damage a little bit. It's gonna be interesting to see who goes tanky out of this Mowgli Orangelo team. My guess would be that the more damage-oriented one will be the Bellona. She's already got the Death Toll start, whereas the, you know, oh, that's such a great combo there. Very nice from these guys. Kliz did not want to have to use ultimate. Finally, he does. Figures out a little bit of a wave, forces out Mowgli's sprint.
No, he's not.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, no, that was Mowgli's sprint. Yeah. So Mowgli's sprint was forced out after Orangelo died there. And yeah, they just had the beautiful pin combo there. Ooh, what a nice triple bounce. I've never seen it go that way before. I mean, you know, I only hit it twice. But okay, so I guess nice double bounce. That was beautifully directed. Yeah, this combo setup from Hou Kuzenbo is very strong. Pinning someone, marking them, just hitting them with the easy double tap after you push them into the wall like that with Kuzenbo. Then you can just follow up with, you know, either of their ultimates for kill secure. and further CC. So it looked like what looked like a really dominating start for the red team actually turns in favor of blue. Most people were complaining about these blue health bars when they first saw them. I don't know, they're growing on me. I like them. I kind of liked them in the first place. My only issue with them is that they do look a little bit like Shell, so when somebody pops Shell, it's hard to tell on the blue team. They should make Shell like a very dark purple or something. Wow. So much damage from that Nene. Nene Kappas, dude, they go in. I don't know why they do so much damage, but they do. With nothing but just like, you know, a cooldown boots starter item. Big chunk on that initial hit. Clay's doing a great job with these autos, just zoning the enemy team, keeping them out with this incredible poke. But off the mark with that one. Oh, wow. Really? Oh, that is sick. I was going to say, really ambitious play there. I'm not sure how he's going to find a kill secure here. I feel like Pretzel's just kind of wasting his time, you know, and health bar. But no, secures it by locking Artio up against the wall, knowing she doesn't have any CC immunity. You know, that's one thing about that god. She's a stat switcher that has so many abilities available. But she can be easily, you know, heavy CC'd and just collapsed on in situations like that. And Pretzels knew that, grabbed the bitch, and just decided to ult her against the wall while Kliz threw his ult over the corner as well, and did massive amounts of damage. Kliz has been off the mark with a couple of these double bounces that he's been looking for. While just like in lane, sometimes, you know, it's better to just go for the guaranteed poke with your one. Pretzel's trying to sneak around the back here and find something, but nope. Gonna be deterred by both the creeps and the Artio there. Surprised to see Orangelo not try to take a little bit of a more offensive stance there. Kliz's ultimate wasn't up yet. Pretzel's is, though. And they're not, I guess they're in a position right now where they are so poked out and they have just been bludgeoned, ironically. They've been bludgeoned on so many of these waves that they do not feel confident in themselves anymore in just taking the fight to them. Oh, no problem at all. No problem, Wonder. Ooh, this is a really ambitious mid. This is the wrong time to go in my opinion. Again, this combo works out for them. A good jump might do it, but it actually won't. Orangelo gets out. Shane the Prodigy, thank you so much for the $2. Yes, definitely. I should have time for one more game. But you know who's not going to have time? Or who actually will? Because he may be facing tournament elimination a little early on, is my man Mowgli. Rip Mowgli. Great shot from Kliz. Unfortunately, they couldn't find it on Orangelo there. He was so low, but made it out just due to the sprint. That sprint was such a smart pickup into the Hou ultimate. And just, you know, the Kuzenbo chase, everything that they would be fighting into here. So sprint shell, I think, was definitely the right choice for them overall. Yeah, requests are supposed to be $5, but, you know, I don't want to. He already, oh, no, he already subbed anyway. So you absolutely don't need to. Also, don't be a tattletale. Alright, knocks up the bear out of her dash. And they try to stick to Bellona with this horrific emblem pop. Ooh, there it is again. Kliz finding such great ricochets. And lands directly on top of the bear. With that Bull Demon King buff, they can now just easily take down this tower. They looked at Orangelo, but he was forced out and dipped under his Titan. What is this team name again? I love team names. Oh, so sorry. Oh no! Alright, worst time. Worst time! I didn't know it was on this screen. I have 2 monitors. And I was just trying to bring it up for my knowledge. A lot of poking damage, but as you can see, there's not a lot of damage coming out from the red team. And like I said, one of them would need to be the aggressor and the real damage dealer, and neither of them went for it. They both went for these extremely tanky Urchins picks. And I don't think that Urchin is even the precise pick in a 2v2 environment in the first place, because, I mean, generally, unless the game is going as well as it is right now for the blue team, you're not going to be stacking up that many passive stacks on the Urchin, because, you know, it's based off of kills and assists. In game modes like Conquest or any other, you know, 5v5 or even 4v4 like Siege, it's a very safe pick, and it's a, you know, secure pick in that you know you're going to be getting those assists if your team is engaging in team fights a lot. But in this, you know, in this case, they even started to go it after they had been behind, and I think that's absolutely the wrong choice in this instance, unfortunately.
TP system needs a fix. I lose 14 and when I win I'd only get 5 to 8 points.
This guy.
I'm stuck in TP hell.
I'm so sorry for that. That is awful, and thank you so much for the donation. It's finally time for the turnaround, however. From the red team, they get a kill, and it's not even a kill under their own objective, so that's a great sign for them. However, Kliz is looking for the kill here. Can he find it? Or Orange Yellow kind of jukes back towards him, giving Kliz a little room. Kliz says he is riding or dying by this one. Oh, man. I think that's kind of just the silly guy that Kliz is. Like he's like, all right, I'm already committed, and I've already made a fool of myself. Let's just see if I can find it or not. Devil, thank you so much for $10. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry again to YouTube. I'm such an idiot. I keep forgetting that I should turn off the notifications during these tournaments. And don't feel bad at all, Devil, or anybody else that has, you know, donated or subbed. But yeah, I should have really turned those off. I want to, you know, make sure that I'm putting my best foot forward for you guys and not distracting with anything else like that. Also, is this Vigilant banner a little too big? I'll make it a little bit smaller. Maybe. Good. Let me know. All these things. Yeah, so finally, Stacks of the Urchin actually go up here. Funny enough, Orange Yellow picks up a stack, getting his second here because of that dive from Kliz. So he both got gold off of that, and he got a passive stack on his Urchin. So if you want to, like, nitpick it and be really serious about how bad that dive was by Kliz, it you know, it absolutely does cost him quite a little bit. You know, will it factor in? That's the question. A little bit of a premature ultimate here from Kliz. Not gonna be that much of a problem for the blue team, however, because they are just cleaning up. Kliz finds it with the final auto. Pretzels has just been doing such an amazing job of chasing down these enemies and finding the picks. You know, time and time again, he finds the perfect roots, not perfect roots, perfect pins. I guess it does root at the end of that. I forget how it works. And when Kuzenbo pushes you into the wall, what happens exactly? I just know you can't move. So I'm guessing it is a root. You gotta, I gotta give it to the guys on red team though, of putting up a, you know, a valiant defense throughout this. Like, they've really had a lot of pressure in their faces, and you know, they responded very well in that one time in the lane, and they've, you know, done a good job of trying to defend their objectives. It's just so much overwhelming pressure coming out of this team comp from Pretzels Kliz. And like I said, they just didn't set themselves up well enough with these two extremely expensive tank items. Now you see the Bellona going into Executioner so that she can get more damage. I think that's why, you know, we were seeing a little bit more coming out onto Kliz in that last engagement, but it's just, it's probably too little too late at this point. Mowgli's down 0 and 5. Struggling to keep up in experience at all here. And, you know, 0 and 5 with an Urchin is not a good look. Like I said, that is a great item from ahead or at even, and it is a terrible item from behind. completely wasted stats, or completely wasted stat potential. Pretzel's opts not to ult there. Doesn't think that, you know, they have the potential for the kill. Just wants to start poking at the Titan a little bit and looking for a better opportunity. He wasn't able to use his 3 there. Oh, wow. That was a great stun by Mosley. And it leaves the blue team kind of grasping at straws for a solid second until they regain their composure, find the blue team, and eliminate both of them again. What a really dominant performance by Pretzels and Kliz. Coming out of the gate with this one with a huge win. These guys showed up to the last tournament and had a very strong showing. We didn't get to watch any of their games, actually, so you wouldn't have seen them on YouTube or even on Twitch. But they are a very promising team that I think... I got fantasy points for it, too, you know? I mean, I'm not saying that I voted for Pretzels Kliz, but... GG. And now you woke up. Okay, nice.